primarily primarily in our Suisun Valley area. There's a lot of vineyards and a few orchards left, but when they do burn that stuff, it does put up quite a bit of smoke. And depending on the material and the age of the drying side of it, it definitely varies on the amount of smoke. When it comes to grasslands and different things in that nature, we haven't primarily done any type of mitigation. Everything's in the SRA for that nature. We do assist on doing some control burns throughout the years and the flatlands that we participated in to help mitigate some of the noxious weeds and things. So if that's something in nature that people are looking to do, definitely reach out and we can see if we can assist you with that. That your question there, Robin?
Yeah, that's great. And just another follow-up question, because sometimes you guys have burns that you don't necessarily put out because you have like islands and other inaccessible areas that don't create a lot of risk to the community. Can you speak briefly on those areas?
Absolutely. So other parts of our district, we have a lot of marsh areas. That's the Suisun Marsh kind of Grizzly Island area. That is a very challenging area of our district. So if you guys ever been out into the marsh lands, they're pretty much covered in water, and the tules and different grasses, things grow up out of the water, and we are unable to drive in those areas. So we don't have much infrastructure out on the island. There's some duck clubs and a few scattered buildings out there. But when we do get a vegetation fire that's caused by numerous different things, most of the time it's Mother Nature out in that area, we try to manage the fire to bring it to areas that we can extinguish it. So we'll allow it to burn kind of either to the roads or in the areas that we are able to fight it with fire. But that smoke definitely puts up a lot more black. There's a lot of oils in the tules and some of the salt grasses that are out there. So there's times that it puts off a lot more smoke than we'd like. So sorry if it gets into your area, but we'll do our best.
That was great. Thank you so much. Are there any questions for Chief Abruzzini?
This is Eileen Pereira. I represent the Coombsville Wild Horse Valley Road Fire Safe Council. And, we're mostly in Napa, but Wild Horse Valley Road goes through Sonoma County. And then at the top, there are properties that are adjacent to the city of Vallejo. And I'm wondering how we can integrate with your fire services for those areas and whether there is any shared responsibility that exists or should exist.
In the Coombsville area, you're saying?
Yeah, Wild Horse Valley Road specifically. It goes in and out of Napa, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so all that area lies within the state responsibility area. On the Solano County side, we do cover the local residents. So we assist with medical aids, structure fires, vehicle accidents, things like that. But when it gets into the vegetation, the primarily response is CAL FIRE. And we do respond mutual aid and automatic aid with the state. So with CAL FIRE.
Okay. So what about roadside clearing in those areas and that kind of service?
On the Coombsville side or the Napa County side, I can't speak for that.
No, I'm talking about the Solano side.
On the Solano side, so it gets a little challenging for us at some points because a lot of that is on private property. So the access road between Twin Sisters Road over to Wild Horse Valley lies on a few different residents. So we try to work with the residents and education with materials that we have, and then especially working with our partners like CAL FIRE to try to push some of the materials that they got to be able to educate everybody.
Okay. Some of the residents up there have brought up the issue of not being able to get, participation from the city of Vallejo, etc. So I would love to start a conversation, not within this forum, but outside of it, if that's okay.
No, absolutely. You can reach out to our office and we can try to assist you any way that we can.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Chief.
Great. Any other questions? Okay, I know we have Paul Dolan from Baca District. Would you be able to speak to some of the programs available within your district?
Sure. Okay, my name is Paul Dolan. I am the prevention captain for Vacaville Fire Protection District. I took over from Tim Walton a year and a half ago. Just about me, I'm a retired fire inspector from Travis Air Force Base, and I've been a volunteer with Vacaville District for over 20 years. I'm pretty much running the prevention program for Vacaville District. And some of the things that we do, similar to what Chief Abruzzini does, is we conduct LE 100 inspections in the Pleasant Valley, English Hills, Puda Creek area for wildland urban interface protection. We do these on a random basis. Our goal is basically about 1/3 of our district every year. We do property inspections at the request of property owners so they can see what needs to be done. We do construction inspections for initial and final constructions on fire protection systems and fire protection overall. I conduct fire inspections for care facilities, small businesses, and special events when requested. I'm also, one of my big responsibilities is to provide code interpretation. I get calls on a daily basis asking, can I do A, B, or C? And I will, or if they have a question on the fire code themselves, I'll give them what the code is and I'll give them what the interpretation is if there's any kind of confusion. We do work with CAL FIRE on a lot of the prevention issues, particularly in regarding to LE 100 inspections. And I provide educational and preventive material here at the station at 420 Vine Street. And if there's a request for information. We do conduct spot inspections. If a homeowner or property owner has a question about that, I'll make an appointment with them, come out to their property and take a look at what they have and what they need to do to come into compliance or just simply better protect their home in the wildland urban interface. That's pretty much it. The rest of the time, when I'm not doing these things, I function as a regular firefighter and respond to the calls. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't know if I missed it. Can you speak on your residential burn program?
Oh, on our burn program, we're similar. We have Yola Solano Air Quality Management that manages our agriculture burns. Control burns or dooryard burning or residential burning is done through the district. Our typical district timeline for doing control burns is usually sometime at the end of November or December, or when we've got usually on average 7 inches of rain on the ground and CAL FIRE has lifted their burning restrictions. So typically they go from December of this year until April 30th of the following year. We do not allow control burning after May 1st. And that usually isn't lifted until we get our first heavy rain and we hit that 7-inch mark. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Questions for Baca District? Okay, I've been trying to keep track of people that are logging in, and I don't believe we have representatives from any other district. Am I missing any other fire district? Okay, fantastic. So we're going to go through partner updates. I've been trying to keep a track of the list of folks that are logging in. So I'm going to go through my list, and then if I missed your organization, I greatly apologize, but we'll call on you at the end, okay? So we're going to start with Green Valley Fire Safe Council. Anyone from the Green Valley Fire Safe Council log in?
Robin, I saw Mark Juni was logged in. I didn't see Rochelle.
Yeah, I didn't see Rochelle either, but I wasn't sure. Okay,
Yeah, Mark Juni's here, but I'm not prepared to report on Green Valley Fire Safe Council. That's up to Rochelle.
okay, thank you, Mark. David, do you have anything for Pleasance Valley?
The only thing that I would say for this evening is we have completed our 501c3 process and are now able to accept donations, which is a huge accomplishment. So we
That is amazing.
look forward to gaining some funds.
Yeah, congratulations. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, I know there's a couple of reps from Solano RCD. I think Karen.
Yes. Hi, folks. Karen Young, Solano RCD. Not much in the way of updates from us, but we do have a few reminders. Through the CAL FIRE grant that is actually funding the establishment of this illustrious Solano Fire Safe Council, Solano RCD does have funding to help groups establish new local fire safe councils. So if you know of anybody who lives in a fire-prone area, wildland urban interface, or would just be interested in organizing their neighborhood to be better collectively prepared for wildfire, please send them our contact information. Sierra and I will put our email addresses in the chat box, and we are happy to talk with them about establishing any sort of neighborhood group, like a fire safe council, to be better prepared for fire. One other update from us is if you are planning improvements to your fire resilient landscaping, I encourage you to mark your calendars. Our fall native plant sale is going to be October 28th at Roostaller Farm in Dixon. So you can pick up plants for your Firewise garden. That's it from Solano RCD.
That's awesome. Thank you, Karen.
It's okay, I'm mute, I think. I was gonna grab Ziggy, but okay. You sure? Yeah.
Okay. So Solana OES is up next. So before I introduce Tina, I'm just going to let you all know that I had it right in front of me and I missed it. The CWPP plan is almost ready to be released for public comment. So that's going to be released for public comment on August 28th. So please get yourselves ready to start looking at that. We're going to be putting it out. We put it out on our social media already that it's coming. We'll put it out again once it's released with some links to it. Please follow us on Facebook at Solano OES. So you can just click on that link and go to it once it's ready. We really need everybody's eyes on that and make sure we get a good quality plan. So we're almost to the finish line on this one, which is really, really exciting also. So I am going to introduce Tina De Leon. She is the new Assistant Emergency Services Manager for Solano County OES. I'm very excited to have her on board. So you will start seeing her face more and more as we move through this process. But Tina is going to give you the Solano OES update tonight.
Hi, thanks so much, Robin. Good afternoon, evening, everyone. Thanks for allowing me to join tonight. So just a few updates. I know Hurricane Hillary has been a topic for some time now, but just for an update, it's been downgraded to a tropical storm. Some wind gusts of 30 to 35 would be the highest. The next update is September is right around the corner, and it is our disaster preparedness month. Like Robin said, please follow us on our social media platforms because we will have some social media posts for public education, our public education campaign throughout the month of September.
Awesome. And a couple of things I also forgot to mention for us. So all of the districts have signed off on the address signage program that we've been talking about and working on for quite some time. So please, if you are interested in that program, reach out to Matt Setti or reach out through your Fire Safe Council and we can get rolling on that as well. So, you guys kind of already spoke, but you're on my list. Chief Abruzzini, do you have anything else as far as updates go for your department?
As far as the agencies go, no, I mean, we kind of covered everything. But I mean, just to reiterate, please reach out to us if you guys have any questions or if you'd like any kind of personal assessments or anything on your properties. We'll be happy to assist you.
Great, thank you. And then checking back in with you, Captain Dolan, anything?
Not much more than what Chief Abrazini was mentioning. We still are in fire season, even though we got a little bit of rain last night and this morning. We've got a couple of major fires that are going on north of us right now. I think there are at least 5 that are in motion. This weather we just had go through today probably cooled things down, but strike teams are already starting to be ordered to go to different incidents across the North State. So we still have a couple of months to go before things start cooling down. In Vacaville District, we had 2 fires in one day. Both were started by undetermined cause. So far we've been very lucky. The fire season has been light, and we'd like to see it remain that way. So just exercise caution when you're outside with vehicles or doing work out in your yard. Biggest thing is when you have those hot days when they're in the 90s and the 100s, please discontinue any yard work that's going on with equipment that has a blade that's going to ground. That's it.
All right, thank you. All right, CAL FIRE.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Justin Bengarel, CAL FIRE Assistant Chief in Solano County. Give you a brief update from the state of California side, specifically CAL FIRE Resources, where we're at, what's going on, and situation throughout the state. Our current resources unit-wide is at 31 engines, 6 bulldozers, 5 fire crews, 3 helicopters, 2 air tankers, and 1 air tactical. And those are resources readily and available specifically to our unit. And our unit includes Solano County. So those are local resources. Those aren't all in Solano County, but those are locally assigned. As Paul mentioned, we do have several fires going throughout the state right now. We have some local resources assigned to the fires up in Siskiyou, and we did have some folks over in Mendocino and Humboldt last weekend. We have numerous overhead deployed as well, and that includes our incident management team that was deployed to the wildfires on the island of Maui, state of Hawaii. So we do have some overhead personnel participating in that disaster as well. Closer to home, unfortunately, we did have an aviation accident, and the aviation accident was in Southern California. 2 helicopters were involved, and unfortunately, 3 firefighters died in that accident. We have services all this week. I believe it's today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So CAL FIRE is not only heavily involved in the statewide fire response, but we are also tragically planning and executing the 3 services this week as well. So if you can keep us in your thoughts and prayers there, I appreciate that. I'd like to speak a little bit more about the LE100 program we had, as the district's chiefs have mentioned. We have a robust team of LE100 inspectors that are out there, and we do make a coordinated effort to work with the districts, so we aren't doing the same neighborhoods. So we are in contact with the districts and strategically doing those LE100s, and they are in targeted neighborhoods. But like I said, we try not to end up in the same neighborhoods. I'm not saying it's never going to happen, but I'm saying we do coordinate with them, and they are out in our communities. Talked a little bit about control burning. So basically, no more control burning unless you are in LRA, and then it's statutorily falls under the local fire district or fire agency. So in SRA, there's no open burning right now. We do not allow burning from May 1st through the first significant wetting rain when the wildfire threat has been minimized. So that's where we're at with control burning. And then I would just say that please continue to be aware of the situation statewide. Although we don't have large fires locally, it only takes one significant weather event or one significant human event to turn our community into the main event, if you will, again, as we've all experienced in the last several years. So please be aware, we are going to peak season, so September through November, and I ask you to please carry that message back to your communities. That's it from CAL FIRE, and I will take any questions if there's any questions.
Any questions for CAL FIRE?
I will share with Mrs. Pereira that we do target the, I guess it would be the Wild Horse Valley side of Green Valley with Vallejo Water, the city of Vallejo. We partner with them. We've partnered with them since the 1980s. So we certainly can provide further information to the folks on the Napa Fire Safe and or Wild Horse Valley side if they need additional information on what those projects look like or what we have going on up there. And Rochelle Sherlock, Cordelia Fire District is the lead agency on that.
Thank you so much.
All right, great. Thank you. Thoughts and prayers with CAL FIRE right now. That's horrible to hear. But thank you for being here and for your update. YOLO Fire Safe Council's on.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for inviting me. As I mentioned last time, we got some funding, some early action funding, which was slated for the siren system feasibility study, is going to us to manage for veg management projects. So we're having our meeting on Wednesday, and we'll be talking about that and putting together task force or project teams. And one of them is working along Puda Creek in winters. So that's something that would affect Solano County residents as well. I don't think we'll be doing any veg management on the Solano side, but that would be something that would be smart to coordinate. So you guys are welcome to join our meeting at 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Anyone have any questions?
Great, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Fantastic. I saw Napa Firewise also on.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Sherry from Napa Firewise. Thanks for muting me earlier. Sorry about that. Let's see, updates. We've been doing some dozer line work in neighboring Gordon Valley. That's been completed, and I'm really glad to see Eileen on the call. Eileen is the FSC Fire Safe Council lead for our Coombsville Wild Horse Fire Safe Council, and they're very interested in partnering up with neighbors over the county line on projects, and we are as well. So I'm always glad to join these calls. I wanted to say, I think you guys have already had some meetings on, I know YOLO's had meetings on insurance for residents. We have one coming up, a similar one with representatives from the California insurance. And then also the United policyholders and some insurance brokers for Napa County. And that will be open to the public, and registration will be on our website shortly. I can put it in the chat as well if anyone's interested in sitting in on that. That's on August 30th at 5:30. And I think that's it for me for updates, but always glad to hear what you guys are up to.
Yeah, Sherry, that's great. If you could put that website and the date and time in the chat would be fantastic. It's always a good conversation to listen in on.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Let's go to Wild Horse Valley Fire Safe Council. Did you have anything to share, Eileen?
Okay, no, well, I wasn't expecting to be invited to speak, but we are currently a very young fire safe council, so we've just begun. We've launched a pretty significant size signage program, which we are going to be installing within the next couple of weeks. And we are also trying to get our ducks in a row with regard to some rather large projects that are on the cusp of being funded, big fire breaks across the ridge between Mount St. George and
I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot hear you any longer.
Eileen just froze up,
Yeah.
but yes, we're looking at some fuel breaks, roadside fuel breaks, and it'd be wonderful to be able to extend some of those over into Solano County as well. We can collaborate on those ideas. Hopefully Eileen will be able to unfreeze. But they had raised some issues in their Fire Safe Council, the Wild Horse Valley Road. I guess people like to go up there and party and race cars and things like that. So there's concern about fire starting from something like that. So the roadside clearing is all the more important, but also just collaboration across the county line and keeping everybody in communication, I think would be really helpful. I think Eileen probably has more, but yeah, they're a new Fire Safe Council, but they're doing great. And they did just get certified by the Firewise USA as a Firewise community.
That's fantastic. Thank you. California Fire Safe Council is on.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Thanks for having us here, and appreciate all the great work you're doing. Our sincere condolences to Cal Fire and the tragic loss we had with the airships. Just want to thank everybody for the great work you're doing. I did post our upcoming Northern California regional meeting in chat. Please join us. That's going to be August 31st. It's usually the fourth Thursday of the month. However, this month we had to change it a bit due to some conflicting meetings for strategic planning. So thank you all, and continue the great work.
Thank you. There's several folks here from Solano Public Works.
Were you looking for an update on road closures, Robin?
Yeah, if you have any kind of update on road closures or any clearing or anything else that might be relevant to this group, that would be fantastic, Francis. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure about any clearing, but I know that there's no new road closures, so that's good news.
That is always good news. A Society of American Foresters.
Yeah, this is, excuse me, this is Dave Baki. I have nothing really to add. I submitted comments on the CWPP. I wasn't able to attend that meeting, but the Society of American Foresters is here in the Bay Area, and we're a nationwide organization. We have a national convention coming to Sacramento in October, late in October. And we'll have a few technical field tours coming out towards the Bay Area, mainly down in the East Bay Area, to look at fuels work being done in the urban forests around the Bay Area. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah, we're trying to be a resource for folks. We have about 70 members around the Bay Area, foresters that are active, still working, retirees, faculty, that sort of thing. So keep us in mind.
That's great. Thank you, David. And thank you for your comments on the CWPP plan. We appreciate that. Solano Land Trust is on.
Thank you, Robin. Hi, this is Kelly Santos with Solano Land Trust. I don't have any major updates other than we continue to try to manage fuels on our properties by mowing and weed management. I'm glad to be here and get these updates. Thank you for facilitating.
Great, thank you so much. And Forever Green Forestry.
Nothing to add, thanks.
Thank you, Tracy. And then some of our other partners, we have Red Cross.
Hey, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Just a few updates from the Red Cross front. Really gearing up for September is National Preparedness Month. So Red Cross is lucky to be invited to Travis Air Force Base, the 2 schools on base, and is going to be doing about 30 classrooms worth of presentations with youth preparedness, all the way from kindergarten all the way up to about 5th, 6th grade. So very excited for that. The team is gearing up for that. And then we actually have another Sound the Alarm program, which is going out and having our appointment-based teams going and installing smoke alarms and doing home fire safety with residents in their home and creating a customized plan. And that is going to be out in the Trilogy community out in Rio Vista coming up on September 16th. So just gearing up for that and all the other preparedness events within the month. Thanks, everybody.
That's awesome. Thanks, Robbie. Jorge, you're up next on my list, Catholic Charities. Anything for this group?
Oh, well, this is great. I love to be able to follow after Robbie here because we're doing some good work together, not just in September, but we've been hanging out at Children's Wonderland Park, engaging families over barbecues and campouts. And so looking forward to doing some more of that with you, Robbie. And so over here, Catholic Charities, I just came back from Catholic Charities USA conference on a disaster academy. So I'm now going to be a certified disaster case manager here for Catholic Charities USA. And just hopefully I don't have to use those skills here locally, but we'll be continuing our disaster case management program along with preparation with Listos. And super excited to share that we'll be doing a lot of stuff out in Dixon and along the rural areas. So thank you for the valuable information. And I'll be reaching out so I can get those PDFs and be able to share that with community members. And awesome to see the Yolo County and Solano County working here regionally, because at the conference, Santa Cruz County was working with Santa Clara County because they share the mountain range, right? So good work, folks.
What I heard from that is Robbie and Jorge are going to barbecues and we are not invited, and that is not okay.
I'll send you my calendar for September, right?
All right, and then we have Rhonda Smith here representing the Solano VOAD. Rhonda, do you have anything to share?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Greeting you from Tucson. Really different area here. Just for purposes of reporting out for the VOAD, we do have a couple of folks that have been recently trained for Train the Trainer for Teen CERT. So we're going to look at implementing at least 2 classes for Teen CERT throughout the county. One of the classes we know will be in Vallejo. The second location hasn't been determined yet. So that's what's coming ahead. And Solano VOAD, the last 2 monthly meetings we've had in person, which was really nice. So we're doing a lot of presentations with regards to other folks that haven't been involved in the VOAD that we'd like to get participating, like Medic Ambulance presented last month. So again, we welcome any of you to join the Solano VOAD. And then finally, September 11th is a National Day of Service. We're hoping to help any organization that are planning any efforts over that weekend. And if you're in need of volunteers, if you could reach out to me, I'd be happy to help advertise, get volunteers. And we're looking for projects that we could really support in other ways, including possibly financially. So if you are doing something in recognition of 9/11, this is a great time to reach out to me. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you very much, Robin, for the opportunity to speak.
Great, thank you, Rhonda. That is all of the list that I had on my pad here. Is there anybody that I missed or anybody that has anything for the good of the order? Okay, well, I don't know about you, but I learned some really great things today. Fantastic updates. I'm so happy to see all the regional partners here always amazing to see everybody on the call and find out what our partners across the county lines are doing. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to join our calls as well. Shout out to Solano RCD for handling all of the Zoom backend stuff. Always appreciated. Thank you. And making it easy for my first time handling this meeting. So I appreciate that a lot. Our next meeting is September 18th. Please make sure that's on your calendars. If no one has anything else, there's valuable information in the chat. Make sure you scroll through that and some upcoming good information and contacts for different folks. Other than that, I'm going to let you off about 15 minutes early. So thank you all so much for your time. Have a fabulous week. Stay safe always.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.